Welcome to Lord Thunder Monkey channel.
Hey, folks. That's right. I'm back. Lord Thunder Monkey is here. First time I used that intro. Couldn't help myself. Anyway, we're back here doing another mod review, and today we are looking at one of my favorite types of vehicles that was in FS17, now in FS19, and we are going to take a look at this dump truck. This is the Chevy C70. My God, I'm tripping over my tongue. Do apologize. And this truck is really, I mean, at first glance, it's very, very nice looking. But what we're going to do is I'm going to hop in the shop, take a look at this first, and go over just exactly what options this vehicle has and how awesome I hope it is. Um, but big shout out to the modders. Thank you guys very much for putting these things in here, especially since I like to have certain things in my game. I'm always waiting for them to come out, and I struggle with modding myself, to say the least. I can do minor things and tweaks and things, and have started to get a grasp of it, but it's way beyond me. So thank you guys very much for doing it. On that note, I am also going to be very picky about the mods so that when people are downloading these, they are taking a look into it in this video and knowing what they're getting to put in their game. Unlike some other testers out there that may be doing some things, I'm actually inspecting the mod and I'm going to put you together a video that's going to give you an idea what you're getting into. So let's check it out in the shop. The only thing I expected to be under trucks, it is under uh, what is it? Cars. And so here it is. This is Chevy C70. It's going to cost you $30,000, and it hauls everything, right? It's got a 3,500 liter capacity. Not huge. You're not getting a lot in there. Granted, if you know what you're doing, you can mess with that. It's got a 400 horsepower engine. I don't remember if that's truly stock or not. Um, but it can do 74 miles an hour. I'm not sure that truck could do 74 miles an hour anymore. Pretty well worn, most of them. You can change one thing about it, and that is it's color selectable. You can make it just about anything that you want. You could have a pretty pink truck. Actually, with the black looks kind of cool. The wheels, I don't think the wheels are black. I think they're chrome when you get out into it. And as if you look here, we've got a nice hitch to the back end. The exhaust does come out from on the side. I don't know, something different I think should be done there. Don't ask me what. It just looks strange coming out like that. And then it's also, if you look here, four-wheel drive. The one thing that caught me past the four-wheel drive is that it's got a fifth wheel in it. Unless you can drop this bed open, that's gonna break the realism if you're into it being realistic. That while a nice function, isn't quite gonna be able to pull it off because you might crush your bed. So let's check this out up close and personal. We'll inspect it, if you will. Yeah, see, those are chrome with black, but still, I went with what I would see, which is traditionally red. You have suspension under there, but you don't have a motor. Looks good from a distance, like you're like, oh, hey, that's really cool. If you're actually getting in there and you're like doing some sort of video where you're trying to, fake real life maintenance, that's gonna be a little harder. Don't do that one. Work on the back end. Back end looks pretty good. You got your leaf springs, got a nice looking rear differential. Stainless steel on the mud flaps, very nice, like the hitch pin there. On the side, and like I said, the exhaust, it just, I don't know, something's not right about it. Mostly, the exhaust I actually would have seen would have been underneath. They wouldn't have come out through the step. And maybe you've seen differently, and you're gonna be like, oh, that's totally realistic. And the step tread, it could be updated. So I'm hopeful that these are just things that are coming later, but I'm pretty sure you would have had to have done it in Blender. Maybe they're pulling it back out and redoing it. You can see some of the exhaust looks like it's peeking through there. So little minor things that unless you're really into it, you're not even gonna notice it. Inside the cab, it's plain basic and boring, just like this truck would be, but in good shape, which a truck this age would not be anymore. They took out the radio and put in the CB radio. That works. Okay, so now let's take a look here. Okay, you can open it like that. You know what that does for your fifth wheel? Absolutely nothing. Sorry, is what it is. Um, let's get ourselves a trailer that this will hitch, supposedly hitch to. All right, so now we got that beastie sitting right there. And assuming you can get underneath it, which I don't think you can, and I don't have a proper fifth wheel mod in here because I try to keep my mod folder clean and separate. And you can see there's no collision on the trailer bed there, and I can't quite get underneath, but I can do this. I can just say, you know what, I'm tired of you, and I have more than enough equipment. So we're going to do a little bit of a cheat real quick. If I go a little something like that, see, totally realistic. This is how you hitch. We're going to see if this even works. Oh, look, I get the trigger right there. So this is not to say, oh yeah, you can haul some ice with this. This is not what I want to see at all, really. It's not. What I am saying is that the fifth wheel hitch does work and that collisions seem to be non-existent with part of this vehicle as I'm crushing things like, oh look, there's the trailer. Okay, so right, you know, so it's kind of a wee bit broken, but overall, and then when you unhitch, we didn't like that at all. Let's take a look here. Let's get ourselves a pallet here. No, not these. I need fertilizer 1000. Let's get 2000 just because that's good size. And so fifth wheel works great. We need to check out the actual hitch. Oh, there it is. I want to check out the animations here of this thing loading and unloading. Like I said, this is the only mod, or maybe I didn't say, but this is the only mod I have active in the game. It animates in the trailer nicely, has a good... The filling trigger seems to be a bit finicky. You can see there, I don't know what causes that, because it doesn't want to fill. I wonder if that gets full if it stops right over there in that corner. No, it's going to keep going this time. That may be something, that may just be a happenstance at the moment. So here we are, got ourselves a good bit of a load. I don't have access to this land, so I can't dump it here. I own everything in town, can't dump there. How about over here? Can we dump it over here? Please tell me we can dump it over here. Oh, really? This is just silliness. I should not have to drive away from the shop to dump this because I own everything. I'm the master of this town. Kind of power slid there, didn't we? Dump bed opens. Let's open it up all the way. See, this is one other thing. We are lifting, but we have a problem. What are we missing? That's right, we're lifting without a hydraulic. So, me, the detail-oriented turd that I am. Yes, I'm a turd. You called it. So if you're the mod and you're watching it, I do apologize, but I like the hydraulics. Hoses or not, you know, I can overlook the hoses, right? But the hydraulic is kind of like, you know, paramount to that actually going up. I know the hoses are too because the hydraulic wouldn't function without them. But you kind of need that kind of stuff. So let's check out to actually operate the thing. Let's just get this thing. And so we are going to, there it is. I want to see about our back hitch. I mean, overall, if somebody said, hey, here's a, if you can like tweak a truck, here's a great starter. And if you know how to import parts and collapse it all together and everything, then this would be a great place to start. Oh, it's because that hitch is still down. There we go. Suspension has nice travel on it, actually. It hitches to things well. It looks good with that hitch. I mean, I don't know where else you'd want that hitch point. That, for this particular vehicle and such, it hitches very, very nicely there. Headlights, a little bit brand new. So running lights, headlights bright, which don't actually seem to do anything. But you have headlights. And from what I understand, headlights are a royal pain in the okay. But yeah, he's definitely updated those headlights. Somebody's done some aftermarket work. They didn't want to struggle with this truck in the field anymore. But overall, it's a great start. I hope that either the modder themselves is continuing with this, or somebody else is going to be given permission to take this and go, hey, let's put a grain bed on it, let's extend the body, let's put a flatbed on it. You put the proper hydraulics in and tweak a few things. It's a great place to start, because let me tell you, to get to this point, a whole heck of a lot of work. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this gives you an idea of what is going on here. If it did, give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. Leave a comment below telling me, hey, what was it that made it good or bad? And don't forget to share it with your friends. But for today, I'm Lord Thunder Monkey, and I'll see you guys next time.